Hello. Welcome, everybody. I am your host for right now. You can call me Maleficent. How are you guys? Thank you, everybody, for being so patient. Thank you for hanging tight. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how I can put some like spooky music. So that was part of the problem. But hello, I am Maleficent. You guys are amazing. I just put up a post on Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram and you want to go and drop a comment or just like it, I would appreciate it. That's amazing. I know I don't do makeup like this very often. I am perfectly capable. I just don't do it. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Y'all are amazing. How are you guys doing? JJ is finishing up her costume and she's going to be here in just a few moments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all. Off to IG I go. We're going to react to a bunch of stuff. If you have not already liked the video, if you would, go ahead and like the video on both of our channels. And if you would also subscribe and double check, because I've been hearing some things that thanks Avery Joe. I've been hearing some things about people being unsubscribed or something like that. So double check to make sure that you're subscribed to both JJ and my channel. And yeah, what should we react to, you guys? Any requests? I have a new beverage. It's going with the purple vibe, you know, Maleficent things. This is by Truly, and it is it's like a seasonal thing, and this is called berry bramble style. I don't know. So we'll start off with a little moment. Thank you so much for all the compliments, you guys. You are incredible. I appreciate you so much. I definitely had some fun putting this together, although I'm not going to lie, I cannot wait to get this white makeup off. Let's open this together, shall we? I don't know if it's going to be very bubbly. I don't think so. I know it sounds fancy, right? Thank you so much. Let's just react to something while we're waiting for Julie Joe. Mini bubbles. Okay. JL posted her Q&A live from this afternoon about her new business launching Tuesday. I would love to react to that. I would love that. It was bubbly enough. Good. Oh, this is very good. This tastes like Yeah, this is good. This is like a very berry, definitely berry. Placed goddess. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. I do love Truly as well. I'm a fan. Hey, Janet. Thanks, Sonia. Yeah, I don't wear red lipstick a lot. Actually, I don't wear makeup like this a lot. I put lashes on. Look at this. I know. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get into reacting, and we will catch JJ up when she hops on. Make sure that you guys love on her like we always do, right? And let me see what I have for you. I have a whole folder. Oh, wait. I have to see the comments. I have a 49-minute video of somebody doing a like an interview with Ray Higdon. Would you guys like to watch that? And they are talking about like being burnt out. I have not watched it. It would be a truly blind reaction. So you guys let me know what you think, if we should react to that. Oh, thanks, Heather. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Here, I'll give you 3 choices. Okay. So choice number 1 is Ray Higdon. I had to think about that. I have Ray Higdon and another gal that's interviewing him. I have a new company, Envision You. Have you guys heard of that one? So that's your second choice. Or let's see. Okay, those are your 2 choices for now. Ray, talk about horror. Cue the horror music. I recorded an It Works recruitment Zoom and it was really gross. Didn't know I had to specify recording the audio with it. Yeah, I made that mistake too when I first started. I'm still trying to figure out the sound, but I think I've got it figured out. The next time I do a screen recording, I can figure it out. Okay, Ray it is. It seems pretty. Oh, wait, we got the new one, new MLM. I'm the scariest thing to a boss babe. A relaxing self-care night doing nothing at all. Rachel, we love that here. We love that here. Oh, so good. Well, I feel like it's tied now between the new company and, of course, Ray, as we lovingly call him here. Ray. Okay. Is he the big bad? Like, who do we think is the final boss babe? I don't know, but they are no match for Maleficent. Nope. Oh, dang, new company. Happy anniversary, Janet. That's amazing. Okay, new company. Let me see if I have it downloaded or if I just have it saved on Facebook. Give me just 1 second. I wanted to get your feedback and see what y'all wanted to react to. So I don't know anything about this, FYI. So I don't know I don't know if it's cringy. I don't really know anything about it. So we're going to blind react together. So let me just go to it. Oh, it's our anniversary, Janet? Happy anniversary to us. It's not showing here. It's probably showing on YouTube. I'm using StreamYard. So we know the trashy specifics of Ray already. Give us the new company. Y'all are the best. Okay. Let's see. Give me just a second so I can grab the link. Oh, yeah. I remember this. It's 47 minutes long. Let me grab the link. And I don't think I'm not sure. I don't think I've covered it on my channel, and I'm not really sure if JJ has covered it on her channel as well, but this is actually Northstar. I expect the sound to be terrible. So just expect it. MLM Maleficent. Hey, Hunter. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you guys. Please tell me the new one's name is just atrociously misspelled. Yeah, Northstar is what we're going to start with. Oh, Lord. I've been hearing, Rose, I've been hearing that name quite a bit, actually. All right. We're going to get this thing going. Thank you again, you guys, for your patience. I appreciate you. We had a bunch of stuff, a bunch of obviously videos that we were like, okay, what do we want to do? And we wanted to bring it to you guys to see what you wanted to do. So Northstar it is, newer company, if you will, at least new to my channel. Hey, Positively Pipkin on Twitch. Love that. We got about 5 seconds left, so hang tight, everybody. All right, let's see. I used to be on... Oh, Megan. I used to be on Ricky V's downline when he was in Be Epic. He's so cringe. Oh, tell me more. Tell me more. You can message me if you would like to. I would love to hear more. All right, uploading now, friends. No idea what we're getting into. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Do you have a drink of your choice? That could be water or coffee or whatever, and maybe a snack or something.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. We're so excited to be able to interview today our formulator, Nate.
Oh, it's with the formulator. Do you guys want the bigger view or do you want this view? Hey, Tanya. Is it an astronomy MLM? Somebody messaged me on Instagram a little while ago and they were like, you know how many of the Monet people wear those wide brim hats? She was like, is that an MLM? Or this person was like, is that an MLM? Because I feel like I could make a killing if it were an MLM selling to all these Huns. Can you imagine? Oh my God. This view's good. Okay.
He is the one who has formulated our NCT product line. It's one of our top selling products, is the whole line together. So we're so excited to be able to talk to him today.
I'm going to stop this a whole lot. That's just how it's going to be. Yeah. Their product, the packaging looks exactly like, well, not exactly, it looks very similar to Prove It's ketones. It's fascinating. You guys get ready. Here she comes, and she looks incredible.
No, it's literally nothing special.
You are incredibly special, friend. We're reacting to Northstar. Have you done that on your channel?
What's Northstar?
It's an MLM company, but I wasn't sure if you did. Yeah. Their
Maybe I've heard of
packaging.
it.
Yeah, their packaging looks exactly like, not exactly, similar. That's the word I need to use, to Prove It's. I know, everybody say hi to JJ. Yeah. All right, let's get going.
Real quick, just a little bit of background on who I am. My name's Jessica Villanueva. I'm the president at Northstar, and I'm telling you, I absolutely love our products here. They're full of optimal nutrition, you know, all the cognition functions that I've been looking for, that I need help with. It's really been able to help me, assist me in those types of things with the ketones and the nootropics, everything that's in our products. So for me, I adore it. Every morning I get so excited to wake up, get out of my bed, take my NCT capsules on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning with a glass of water. And then really, especially since we launched our new flavors of our NCT powder, which this one is our peach mango. And then today we're going to...
Did you see the packaging?
I saw it was like green and yellowish.
It looked like the uncaffeinated ketones. It's crazy. And apparently it's like nootropics, is that how you say that? And ketones.
Is this like Prove It?
The packaging looks so similar to Prove It. But apparently,
same like box.
Yeah. Apparently this was started by two guys that were from other companies. I think somebody said Be Epic earlier, and somebody, I can't remember who the name was. So if it's you and you feel comfortable, comment again so that we can chat about it. But she used to be in one of the, is he the CEO or the president? I don't even know, of this company. They used to be in one of their downlines. Yikes.
Be launching our NCT watermelon. I'm so excited. They're both so incredible. They have such a delicious, tasty flavor to both of the products. But for me, after I take my capsules, I wake up and I try really hard to wait for 30 minutes, but sometimes I don't always make it to 30 minutes. But I get up and I go straight to the kitchen with 16 ounces of water. I mix my NCT powder and I sip on it through my morning, and I feel so amazing. I feel ready for the day. You know, being a mom of 4 kids.
Also, it's MCT powder. So you know what that means? She probably feels amazing because she's running for the bathroom, because MCT oil and those types of, like, they make you poop. Drop a poop emoji in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. They absolutely do.
A wife, a company owner, and the president of operations here at Northstar, I need that extra energy. I need that mental focus and the clarity to be able to make it through my day, so that not only can I take care of everyone else and the kids, but I'm also feeding myself that optimal nutrition to really help me get through my days and feel amazing.
I'm going to get my optimal nutrition when I eat some pizza here in a little while and hope that it doesn't rub my red lipstick off. By the way, the lip is from, I know you guys always ask when I wear a lipstick. This is from This is the XXL lingerie long wearing lipstick by, I think, NYX, NYX, NYX. I don't know how you say it. Anyways, it's amazing. It doesn't smear, but we'll see how it does with some pizza in a little bit.
As a mom, as a president, all of those type of things. And really just as an individual, I feel like something, when I take my powder, I feel like, oh, this is just for me. This is just for my health. This is just something that I do specifically just for me. So if you guys feel that way, I want you to put a 1 in the comments below. Also, if you guys have tried the new flavor of peach mango, I want you to put a peach emoji in the comments below and let us know how you like it. For me, it's such a sweet flavor. It's a great combination of the peach and the mango.
I don't know, Janet. I have not looked into this company at all yet. So we shall see.
Fantastic. I love it. So I'm very excited to kind of do a Q&A style here with our formulator, Nate. He has been such an asset here to NorthStar. We are just lucky and grateful that we have him here as part of the team. He's also so close to us that we're able to pop in and we have chats all the time, one-on-one. We're able to check on the products. He sends us videos, photos, all that great stuff when things are in production. Nate, why don't you tell us just a little bit about yourself before we get started?
I just did. You know what happened. You know what I just did there. Yeah, I don't remember where we were at. Anyways, can you read his name, JJ?
Nate Famsworth.
Okay.
Farnsworth or something like that.
We're gonna look. I'm just gonna hit play. Sorry, I do this every time we go live.
Before we get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, by the way. Really excited to be here. The success, the feedback that we're getting right now for peach mango is phenomenal, and I can't wait for people to start trying watermelon. I know in the tour that the summer tour, when people were comparing the two, peach mango got a slightly higher, probably just a little bit better feedback. But I don't know, watermelon is my favorite. I love it. And I might be a little bit of a heretic for saying that, but I love the watermelon.
You know what, Nate, real quick, since you just brought that up, let me just throw in there too, for anyone that tried it at our events that we had during our Summer Vibes tour events, we actually got a lot of feedback about the watermelon being a little bit bubblegummy. We actually went back to Nate. We went through the flavors again and we actually fine-tuned it. So now literally it tastes like you're taking a bite of watermelon. It's so fresh. It's light. It tastes like.
I don't know about you, but I would rather have real watermelon. Is that just me?
Like something that's very natural. So we're really excited about that. And you know, I was even telling my son, he came home from school the other day and he's like, Mom, there's a watermelon in the fridge. Will you cut it? So I cut it up. And at the same time, I had my watermelon NCT powder sitting next to it because I wanted to see, does this really taste like a fresh watermelon that's locally grown in my neighborhood? And it absolutely did. They were almost identical. So it was really cool to kind of see that. But I just wanted to throw that out there, Nate, since you brought it up.
Good. I'm glad you said that, because one of the cool things that, and we've mentioned a little bit this with the flavor house that we use, the flavors that we dig into to really identify what these are. With this watermelon flavor specifically, they take that from legit fresh watermelons.
Love that.
Or a lot of other natural flavors are natural, but they take a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from there, and they build a flavor to make a. But this is literally, it's fresh watermelons. And one of the things, as everybody mixes this up, you don't notice it as much. The peach is pretty decent with it, but the watermelon, you'll smell and you'll be like, whoa, yes, this smells like someone's chopping watermelons in front of me. So,
oh, for sure. That's exactly how I felt.
Well, we totally digress. I'm sorry. A little bit about me. I've known you guys for a while now at NorthStar. I've been in the supplement manufacturing space and in formulating for quite a bit of my career. Definitely a product of an MLM family, a network marketing family, and I absolutely love it.
Did you hear that, JJ? Definitely a product of a network marketing family. I think he just told us everything we needed to know.
The industry. I love that this industry, you're able to directly one-to-one share your experience with a product with someone, introduce them to it, and have that product change their lives. And I'm really excited for what the NCT line is going to be able to do with that. Yeah, I could go on for hours about me, so I'm gonna take a step back. But yeah, I've been.
Did he say he could go on for hours about him? Is that what he just said? Did y'all hear that? Melissa says, I love your tiara, you glorious princess.
Thank you.
We love that. But did you hear that too, where he said I could talk for hours about me? Is that that's so odd. Okay.
Fortunate enough to be able to formulate some really fun products and some very effective ones, especially with the NCT, the capsules and the powders. When we started talking, about a year ago or a little bit over that, and you guys came to me, everybody had these very strong ideas and opinions about what they wanted. And it was so great to see how those ideas of what you guys wanted versus what I was making for myself at the time in the lab that I was using, and how well those were they fit together. So when we said, hey, we want to make a capsule line that people can take every day, that's going to wake them up, be a happy pill, get them going, get them excited for the day, and then balance that with something that people can take as a liquid every day, and it's going to be a real kick in the pants. They're going to start feeling their body more, feeling more alive. All of that was exactly what I was already kind of working on from a standpoint of what I was taking. So it was just phenomenal timing.
Oh, that's so awesome. Because really, that's exactly like why we made the products, is just so that, the NCT, well, I don't want to get really too much into it because I'd rather do the Q&A, start with the Q&A, because that's going to kind of explain to a lot of people why we put what we put in our capsules and inside of our powder. So, Nate, I have a list of like really brief questions that I want you to try to explain what these certain ingredients do for the body and why.
Okay, I have so many questions. Did anybody notice him mentioning his credentials? I don't feel like I noticed him mentioning any credentials in his background. He talked about being from a network marketing family, but I feel like that's very odd. Who are you making this product?
Yeah, and why is he talking about it?
Yeah, okay, we know your name is Nate. We know you're the formulator of the product. You grew up in a network marketing family. Are you qualified to do this?
Are you a scientist or something?
Yeah, it's odd.
We put them into our NCT. So I was wondering if you could we're going to kind of go over our NCT capsules here. You take this first thing in the morning, 8 ounces of water on an empty stomach before you even get out of your bed. Okay. And so here we have cordyceps in here. And so could you kind of tell us a little bit, Nate, about what cordyceps are and what they do for your body?
So cordyceps are one of my favorite functional mushrooms. They work on a bunch of different levels, but in my opinion, it's kind of hard to take just cordyceps and say they just do this very specific thing. When and I've talked about this before in different places, but when we formulated NCT capsules, and when we formulate anything in reality, to be able to take the ingredients and how they work together as individual products, or as they work very.
Is anybody everybody else like, Nate, are we going to get to the point? Or are you just going to keep throwing in extra words? What's happening here?
Specific functions. It's hard to define that for what the FDA needs.
Yeah.
So when we look at
Jay says, does he have magic beans to sell too? I bet he does. And Jay, I bet he formulates them himself.
what the NCT capsules and why we put cordyceps in there. There are a couple different reasons why I like them, but in conjunction with lion's mane and the reishi, they are an adaptogenic, if you will. So what that means is your body is
all he has is a bachelor's and master's in business. That's it. He doesn't have anything else. It just says he spent the last 20 years in the nutrition and supplement industry, but he doesn't have any credentials.
Oh my, Nate.
Yeah.
Can I call you Nate? Nate.
I call him other stuff too.
What? Look at JJ coming in with the research. What? Why am I not surprised that he has zero credentials to, allegedly, we'll say it that way, to be formulating products to be consumed by other humans? Wow.
He's the president of Factory 6. I don't really know what that is, though.
Well, we're going to find out. Yikes.
able to take that and over time use it for how it needs. You think of something like caffeine, for example. Caffeine is not an adaptogenic. All caffeine is a stimulant. It gets you going and that's it, right? Where cordyceps can help your body both with the gut health and at a very cellular level, which is sometimes a weird thing to say because everything's at a cellular level. So, but
it's literally such bullshit. Cellular level literally means nothing. I watched a scientist the other day say cellular level means nothing. Like it literally means nothing. Like he just said, because everything's at a cellular level. Exactly. It means absolutely nothing.
Total MLM buzzword, it sounds like.
Yep.
I love Lydia's comment here. He's really trying to hit that word count. He really is.
That's funny.
At a cellular level, they're able to take and give you more energy and focus.
Oh, great.
But as your body gets more accustomed to using those as an adaptogenic, those cordyceps are then able to start translating into other benefits in your body. So it's kind of one of those, it gets better the more you use it types of
oh, of course.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a sunk cost fallacy. Is that what he means? I think that's what he means.
Don't stop your auto ship because, you know, you got to take it. I'm going to use Danielle Mioli's words. You got to take it for at least 2 months.
2 months.
Yikes.
Of mushrooms type of
Gotcha.
thing. Yeah.
Is that kind of where some of where like maybe someone might feel like a discomfort when they first start taking it? I know I've actually had a few people message me and be like, hey, you know, I have had a little bit of like discomfort in my joints, or, you know, I've been taking certain things to help me, like, cause I feel achy and there's, you know, inflammation in my body. And then I took my capsules and it's so weird because now all of a sudden I'm feeling like relaxed and I'm feeling less achy. Is that something that maybe the cordyceps help with a little bit when you were?
When she said relaxed, I just need to know if anybody immediately thought of the scene from Bridesmaids, the movie. I'm feeling relaxed. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where she's on the airplane and she's trying to sneak up to first class. Please tell me y'all know what I'm talking about. That is the best movie ever. Have you seen that?
What movie was it?
Bridesmaids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God. You know what we're talking about? She's like,
yeah, when she like took a bunch of meds.
On.
Yeah.
I'm feeling relaxed.
Oh yeah. I know that part. I know. Yeah, Bridesmaids is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, it's the best. I don't know why that made me think of that, but it did. So I had to, you know, speak on it.
Saying over time,
yes,
it can start helping you.
Yeah, it's funny. And for most of the product, for most of the individual ingredients that we put in there, when we were formulating them or formulating the product, this wasn't
Who's we?
One and done. type of situation. This wasn't a, hey, take this pill one time, you'll get better or whatever. Yeah. We formulated it for over the course of time for it to grow and grow and grow. So there's no one dose of any product in there that's like a gut punch, right? And so when people use day in, day out over the course of a month or so, you definitely do see that. And cordyceps are one of those.
Oh my God.
One of the products in there. The other one that helps with kind of achy and like malaise is the white willow bark. That one is for sure. Again, because everything was formulated for.
White willow bark is in the Thrive patches, if I recall correctly, and it is a natural anti-inflammatory. So in my opinion, this is like a Band-Aid thing. This is wild.
To build over time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to say this specific exact.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. So. Yeah, no, that's perfect. And you know what? I'm so glad you brought up the white willow bark, because I know that a lot of people, there's, a few other things that are inside the capsules that I'd love for you to touch on. And maybe we can add together, because you did kind of mention it, is maybe the white willow bark and the lion's mane. What's so important about those products? What benefits can you see just taking those alone? And maybe what you'll see over time with taking those in the NCT capsules?
Yeah. So, kind of the easy one there is white willow bark is that's what the aspirin is made out of, essentially. So for thousands of years, people, whether you're a shaman or a traditional, not a witch doctor, what's that, like a healer
or a doctor.
I love you so much.
I don't know. I don't think it's that hard to walk down that aisle, It's just, I love you. Just say it, man. We all know what you're thinking. He's trying not to say doctor.
I wonder why. Could it be because there's some underlying things that he's not disclosing?
I have a feeling.
I do too. I also love this comment. I'm getting discomfort from watching him talk.
Yeah, same.
Typical. They knew that white willow bark ground up and in a powder would help with inflammation and fever and whatnot. And so that's the reason that's what white willow does. It helps with inflammation.
I'm nervous.
The thing about aspirin and for years doctors have been saying take a small bear, a small amount of aspirin because it's good for overall health. But the problem with aspirin is once they extract it from the white willow bark, the compound that actually breaks up in your stomach, it's kind of harsh on your stomach, harsh on your digestive system. And so using white willow bark for that inflammation doesn't have that same harsh.
So this is supposed to be a Q&A, but I've not seen any Q&A. I see them just talking back and forth. So I'm not really sure.
Reaction on your stomach. Now with lion's mane is a very popular mushroom or functional mushroom from a nootropic standpoint. Whenever you want a real kick in the pants, lion's mane is a great way to do that. It'll help you like get up and go. There's a lot of pep that you can get from lion's mane. You see a lot of coffee replacements made with lion's mane because the focus that you get directly from it. And so that's one of the biggest benefits that you typically see from lion's mane. Yes.
I love that. I think that's so awesome. And that white willow bark is actually really cool that we're able to use something that, our ancestors have been using for years to help them when they were feeling discomfort, things like that. Or like the healers, to be able to use that in a product nowadays to really help with discomforts is so awesome. And again, me and Nate, we're just talking about specific ingredients in our products. We're not making any medical claims. If the doctor tells you to take aspirin every day, definitely do what you're doing.
I mean, you can say you're not making medical claims, but you're still making medical claims. So don't.
That part.
Or don't say you're not making medical claims. Like, you still are, though.
Doctor instructs you to do.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. But where at this point, we are literally just talking about exactly what's in our products, why we added certain ingredients into our product, because those ingredients have X effect. So we'll just keep going here, Nate. But what is, why don't you talk a little bit about the African mango? I know that's something that I get super excited about. Most people get, I think, when it has to do with the benefits of the African mango, a lot of people are hoping that's like something that's going to work for them. It's going to really provide the, you know, the long-term effects that they want.
Yeah. So African mango is a really cool, I mean, essentially it's the seed that we were really looking at with it, but from a weight management standpoint, the African mango's really been helpful, and they've shown that they do have clinical studies around it. But most of it is pretty folkloric. So it's the thing that
they might have clinical studies around it, but they don't have clinical, studies on your product. So many of these MLM companies will use clinical studies, but the studies are not done on their product. They're done on an ingredient in their product. You can't use those studies unless it was done on your specific product. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Yikes, my guy.
That again, healers have seen for hundreds of years. The thing that I do like about African mango is, unlike like Garcinia cambogia, which is a phenomenal weight management as well.
No, it's really not. It's really not. It's those like cheap pills you can get on Amazon for like $5. Tells you to take 2 a day. That is gonna. I did it one time when I was in college. It hurt my stomach so bad that I was down for a whole day.
Yuck.
Thanks. I'm the nap queen. I was supposed to be something else. It didn't work out. That's why I look kind of upset, but I am the nap queen anyway, so I guess that works out.
And I love your tiara, and you look amazing.
African mango is a little bit less harsh. It's a little bit more mellow. It's kind of like we were talking about earlier, where it's not a one and done situation.
Right.
You don't see these as much anymore, but probably in the early 2000s, you'd see a lot of fat burners, right? Things that were just stimulants, whether it was
here we go,
cyan type thing or some fairly risque type chemicals in there that were fat burners.
Yes.
This isn't the same as that. This is a more aggressive, slowly over time, get it part of your normal diet. This isn't a yo-yo fad type, throw it quick, drop 1,000,000 pounds, and then regain it later.
Right.
The really slow, sustained weight management is what I like about it. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're seeing a lot of success with people using the NCT capsules from a standpoint of having weight loss. But when we were formulating, when I was going through and looking at it, I wasn't doing this from hey, we want something that people are going to lose weight on. I wanted it from a standpoint that people could manage their weight. They would, it would help them look at, hey, my body feels good. I don't want to overeat. My body feels good. I don't want this junk food. My body feels good. I want to exercise a little bit. And that's the reason we chose some of these ingredients. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's so awesome, because there's so many people that, you know, they're saying, hey, you know, I now feel less achy. I'm feeling more energized. I'm exercising more, and I'm seeing the weight just melt off my body. And it's such a great combination, like you were saying, because a lot of people are like, oh, I want a pill that I'm going to take and I'm going to lose 100 pounds. But the problem with doing stuff like that is it's never sustainable. When you have a very you know, something that is like a fat burner or things like that. I mean, it's really hard on your heart. And also it's just not a sustainable thing. It's like we can all take a laxative, you know, and lose maybe 5 pounds in one day, depending on how much you take, but that weight is going to be back tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Did she just say you can take a laxative and lose 5 pounds in one day while she's holding an MCT oil or an MCT powder product?
Just because it didn't have the word laxative on it doesn't mean it's not gonna make you shit your brains out.
That part.
85, and I was like, what?
No.
Exactly, Riley. What is she? Oh, this is wild. This is wild.
As soon as that laxative wears off. So I think that's really great about the African mango. Over a period of time, it's incorporating a little into your diet will help you maintain your weight, and then you'll start feeling good, you know, appetite suppressant, things like that. So, you know, just real quick, Nate, if you want to just kind of cover how our energy blend works on our NCT capsules, kind of like the time release, because I know a lot of people always ask, you know, there's an all-day release stamp on our box. What does that mean?
Yeah, so the easiest way to look at this, there are a couple ways to do all day or sustained release products, right?
Yeah.
Most people think of all day release or sustained release as we're going to call it a technology.
Yeah.
Right? And you see that as a fad typically, or a gimmick. Doesn't mean it doesn't work. I think there are things that definitely work with that, but you'll see maybe
Look, Riley.
if you have a tablet, the tablet has a slower dissolve rate, so it
we love
dissolves
him
slowly in your stomach. Or a capsules, sometimes they'll have like capsules with like beadlets in them, so that as the capsule dissolves, you get a little bit. Then as the beadlets dissolve, you get a little bit more. Those are technologies. This isn't a technology. This is choosing ingredients that absorb slowly and taper slowly. And so what we've done with the NCT capsules is we've taken and we've used a couple different types of caffeine. So we use guarana seed extract, which has it's a smaller amount of caffeine by percentage than you typically see in green tea, green coffee bean, other sources of caffeine that way. It's a little bit lower, but it has a slightly longer effect on it. So it when it starts hitting you, it's a kind of slow, like if you think of it as a bell curve, the bell curve is really small, shallow, but very wide.
If they bring up a standard S curve, I'm going to riot. You guys already know.
Right.
And then we use, in addition to that, we use green coffee bean as well. So,
Dave, hello. Happy Halloween.
Oh, hey, Dave.
We love that you're here. Gotta love a Q&A where it's only the host asking the scripted Q&As and still has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. You can buy MCT tablets for less than $15, and you can buy white willow bark tablets for, let me see.
Are they, I don't know if they're saying MCT or NCT, as in like Nancy.
What would, okay, let me type in NCT then.
And this MLM is called Northstar. It was started by two people that used to be in another MLM company, Be Epic.
You can get white willow bark for $10 for 100 capsules. You can get NCT capsules. It doesn't even show any NCT. I feel like, yeah, it doesn't show like NCT is a capsule.
Yeah, that might be the name of the product, I'm wondering.
Well, if you
I bet the T is the name of the mushrooms.
I wonder what the actual product is. Because you can get all that junk for way cheaper. You can buy multiple bottles of different things that are in there on their ingredient list for under the amount of their ingredient or of their product, I'm sure.
Just like we see in any other MLM company.
Yes. Thank you, Amber. That's super sweet. I like your picture. Very Halloween-y.
Amazing, Amber.
Laxatives are pretty cheap too, JJ. There you go. I'm hearing NCT, but I thought my ear's not. So I thought I heard NCT, but I didn't see anything. So I just looked up MCT because I know those are tablets. But honestly, I don't know. I guess we'll keep going, and I'll look up their thing. So I'll mute myself and keep going.
So the green coffee bean caffeine will give you that energy, and it's a very green coffee bean has a little bit higher peak than the guarana seed extract, and that means it comes on a little faster, but it also tapers a little bit faster. So what you typically see when you blend this is you have a really quick onset with the green coffee bean, and then the guarana really kind of slows it out. The thing about the energy blend in general that I think is really phenomenal is what it does is, as we were going through and looking at this, I used over the course of the past few years, dialing it in for me, and I'm going to call it my friends, the guinea pigs that take the products with me.
Yeah.
We really dialed in that focus of it. What is the right blend of guarana seed, green coffee bean? And we've played around with a bunch of other things, green tea extract, green coffee bean at different levels of potency of caffeine and stuff. And this blend of guarana seed extract and
it looks a lot like Prove It.
The box and everything.
Yeah.
It looks like the uncaffeinated version.
Look, I'll share my screen, and it's $100 for a box. But look at this one. This, like, the back of it, like from this angle, looks exactly like Prove It. Here, I'll show you. Where is it? No, there it is. Look at that. Does that not look like Prove It? I can't hear you, Erin.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry, because I was eating.
Yeah. Also, $109.
Exactly like Prove It.
So wild to me. Oh, whoops. There we go. I'll add it.
Green coffee bean. The blend of those is really what we had found to have the best effect. So there's a little bit of science about the why with the bell curve of the on and off, but mostly it's a lot of trial and error over the last few years of dialing that in.
Right. Okay, perfect. So, that's perfect. And I'm sorry, I look a little distracted here. I'm actually just trying to get Ricky to bring me a phone charger, but I'm like, hello, babe. But so okay, that's perfect. I think that's so great because I think a lot of people are like, oh, you take a certain product and you have energy at first, and then like the day goes on and you're like, oh, great, now I need a nap. But I think it's really great that we have a product that gives you that burst of energy and then releases throughout the time of the day, so that when you're out picking up your kids from school and you've done a million things at home, like you're starting to feel that burst of energy once again. So I think that's so great.
Oh my God, guys, I've never heard anything like that ever. This is the first of its kind. I cannot believe I'm hearing this. They found gold amongst the pile of shit everywhere. This is insane. I've never heard anything like it.
I love how she identified who they're trying to, in my opinion, victimize. She's busy identifying. Mom. Yeah. Parents at home. I love that for us. Not really. That's total sarcasm. Yikes.
That's what
we just said it at the same time. I love that for us.
One of the many favorite things I love about the NCT capsules. So thank you for explaining that. So what we're going to do is we're kind of shift gears a little bit, and let's talk about our NCT powder. So again, these two formulas are slightly different. The reason we really encourage people to take both formulas. The capsules in the morning on an empty stomach, and then later you can take the powder. Let me just go ahead and connect this real.
Take both formulas. Okay, so they're stacking the products. They want you to take the capsules, and then they also want you to take the powder.
Wait for it. The NCT capsules, the mango ones that she's talking about, $159. Then if you want to buy the other thing that they're talking about, it's $109. So you're spending almost $300 on, like, I think it's 30 days worth. Yep, 30 days supply.
Yikes.
Of vitamins that you could get elsewhere for much cheaper that will last you much longer.
Do you ever feel like we're a broken record because we constantly
All
point
the
the
time.
same thing out all the time?
I'm like, how do people still watch my YouTube? I have to say the same damn thing in every video. Thanks for being here.
This
Please
is acting as a pyramid scheme. You can get the products for cheaper. You earn the most
amount of
money through
times-
recruiting.
the amount of times I have said, I'm not going to show Monet's income disclosure statement again for the 100th time.
Right.
So I can tell you from memory that this rank, you make this much and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my gosh. But anyway, it's worth it. I love
When
it.
she was talking about the charger, the phone charger or whatever, she mentioned Ricky, and that's one of the CEOs. So I'm wondering if this is his wife. And the thing that I find interesting is that it says Northstar Corporate. So I'm wondering if she has a corporate position at Northstar as his, you know, like his wife or whatever.
That's likely.
Mm-hmm.
Quick here. Just 1 second. I'm going to look up higher than. All right. Perfect. Now I got you on there. Now we're not going to run out of battery. I was getting really nervous there for a second. So, okay, perfect. So, okay, so let's talk about this. Again, these two are slightly different formulas. We take this one first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I take this 30 minutes later. Some people also, if you're feeling good, you're feeling sustained energy from your capsules, you can take this in the middle of the afternoon. You can take it before an intense workout. So let's kind of go over this. I don't want to take like a ton more time, Nate, since we're kind of running out of, we're not running out of time, but I don't want this live or the Zoom to go too long. So let's kind of tell people why we decided, first of all, to add ketones with the MCT oil.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that's probably one of the biggest differences between what we're doing with NCT powder from anybody else in the market, in the world, right? So if you've been in the health and fitness industry or health supplement industry, you'll know that ketone salts, BHB salts, have been around for probably a little over a decade, right? They were pioneered by the University of South Florida. There's this doctor, Dr. Dom, amazing guy. He started out with
You know him, Nate? Do you know him? Amazing guy. Do you know him? You acting like you're besties.
Right.
I don't think you're besties. Like, come on. It just throws me off. Like, I was filming a video today and it was like someone teaching on how to monetize your social media and blah, 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 blah. But it wasn't like MLM stuff. It was, but it was also like, here, how to get monetized on YouTube, how to get monetized on Instagram. And I was like, but you're not monetized on any of it. So like, why are you teaching about it? It just, people talk about things in MLMs as though they know all about it, or like they've met them or they've done it and stuff. And it's like, but you actually haven't.
It's all about posturing as the expert so people listen to them.
Yes. It's like, but you're not. So we're happy to call it out though. We're happy.
Every day.
He figured the science behind how to use ketone salts to introduce your body to they call them endogenous ketones, or sorry, exogenous. Exogenous is when you introduce them, and endogenous is when your body creates them, right? Okay. So when you haven't had any carbs, your body creates ketones. They use them exactly the same as your body would use sugar or glucose, or convert sugar to glucose. That's how your body uses it, as literal energy, right? So after a few years of studying that, he started realizing that if your body's using fat, you should probably be ingesting fat as well. And so playing around with different fats, coconut oils, olive oils, bacon grease, all the different types of fats. And he found that MCT oils, so medium chain triglyceride oils, work very, very well, because what they do is they're already kind of at the right size. They've got short chain, medium chain, and long chain triglycerides. They're at the right size that your body can use them immediately, right?
Yeah.
And so in his research, he found that if you take and you have ketone salts and you introduce MCT oil at the same time, your body is able to use those ketone salts as energy, use the fat the MCT oil as energy as well. And that bell curve that we were talking about with the caffeine and the energy earlier, it's the same idea with ketone salts and MCT oil. Now, one of the things that we've done, same way that we did with the NCT capsules, is the NCT powder, the amount of ketone salts and the amount of MCT oil.
I will send it to Mac. I will send this video to Mac. Just like I sent him the Bravenly video that I just did where he was talking about caffeine and all kinds of craziness that made no sense. I sent that to him too. So I hope that he reacts to it because I want to know what he says about this as well.
Yeah. I like what this person said. Oh, someone memorized a Wikipedia entry and think he's an expert. It's really what it sounds like.
For real.
Really what it sounds like.
Oil in there's not enough in there that we would say gets you in a traditional ketosis. Like if you're trying to get into ketosis and you're measuring your ketones from your urine or whatnot, and you're peeing on a stick, this isn't enough in there to really change that much. But what it really does is, because MCT oil is that medium chain triglycerides, because it's that optimal level, your body can process that very quick, and it's actually able to cross the blood-brain barrier very well. And so the combination of using those two ketone salts.
Do you want to answer this one, JJ?
What this guy's pharmaceutical degree is?
Yeah.
Unless they have one that says a bachelor's and master's in business, then I guess he doesn't have one. If there's a pharmaceutical degree that says business, then that's the one, I guess. Other than that, he doesn't have one.
I love this for us. Not really.
Then you start talking about all the other stuff, a little bit of caffeine, a bunch of the vitamins and minerals, the Focus blend, all of the stuff that's part of the NCT powder. Your body is then able to process that because of the energy of the ketone salts and the literal the fuel that the MCT oil is bringing you, and it's able to kick that up incredibly quick. It's probably a little bit longer of an explanation of what you were hoping for.
No, that's
the backstory of why
literally
we use
this whole video
ingredients in conjunction, and that when you pair those with all the other things out there, it really kicks it up a notch. If you do go, I mean, if you're looking for a ketone ingredient or a ketosis with BHB salts and MCT oil, there are quite a few of those out there. But there's nothing like that when you start applying all the other benefits of NCT powder out there. This really is the first of its kind.
Absolutely, because we actually were talking to Nate. Speaking of the other ingredients, we came to Nate and we were like, "Hey, we want was it a probiotic that? Yeah, it was a probiotic. We were like, we want to add those in there." Nate was like, "Well, did you know that any probiotic that you take actually has to be refrigerated?" And we were like, "Oh, I didn't know that," because we've actually taken products that claim to have probiotics in them, but they were just like a capsule and they were not refrigerated. So, and Nate can kind of explain a little bit more why they have to be refrigerated, but it's really cool how we were able to tell Nate, "Hey, this is what we want," and gave him an idea. And he was like, "You know what? Have you guys heard of the Insta-Kobe, right? Or the Insta-Kambu, sorry." So, so like, it's really cool because he was like, "Why don't we add kombucha into the NCT powder?" Now, Nate, I want you to kind of, go over like the reasons why we decided to use kombucha in it instead of like a traditional, maybe like probiotic that you would see at the store in like a bottle, so that they can kind of understand how that.
Do you think he's actually going to explain this one?
I think they are crafting an MLM product like Panera Bread has their kitchen sink cookies.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I think is happening here.
That checks out. That really does.
By the way, those cookies are legit.
I've never had one.
Oh, friend.
I think I should.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah. This is wild.
Yeah, absolutely. So traditional probiotics are living organisms. They are things that are alive. And over the course of time, if they're not kept cold or if they're not in a liquid or whatnot, they die, right? So when we were having this conversation about, hey, let's put probiotics in there, I love probiotics. I'm a huge fan of them. but it's incredibly difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's incredibly difficult to have shelf-stable probiotics, and especially when you start putting them in with other things. And so when you start combining them or doing things, when they're exposed to heat, if they're not packaged exactly how they're supposed to. And the other thing is, if you don't, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, super stack them. So if you want to say, hey, they're
super stack them, like you're trying to get all the people to super stack your products so you can make more money to super stack your bank account.
Are a billion CFUs, which is the way that they calculate how many probiotic living organisms are in there. If you want to say there are 1 billion, 3 billion, or 5 billion CFUs, you have to have 10 or 12 times that many in the starting product, so that when it ships, 6 months after you make it, or when it gets to people's houses and they use it a year after it's been made, that it's still alive, that those organisms, it's very difficult. So as we were going through and looking at it, we had the opportunity to, a little over a year ago, we found this Insta Kombu, which is a very slow.
What is so interesting is the fact that they act like everyone needs probiotics and prebiotics. Not everyone needs to take them. Not everyone is low on probiotic and prebiotic. People can overdo it by doing this kind of stuff. They act as though every single person needs to take a probiotic and a prebiotic. No, you don't need to. Unless your doctor's like, hey, you could probably benefit from this, or you should probably take it, then you don't need to take it. You naturally can do it yourself if you're, eating and doing what you need to do and doing what's good for your body for the most part. You don't need the pills. It's just a waste of money if you don't need it.
Processed kombucha. So they take the kombucha, which has, if you've ever seen how kombucha is made, it's literally, it's a live bacteria, a little SCOBY, whether you want to look at it as like a worm or like a weird pancake or whatnot. And that is what converts the sugars in kombucha and the tea leaves and everything into living organisms that are the probiotics that actually make kombucha good for gut health. Yeah. So they take this and they do a very slow, meticulous drying process of it, and then they cover it. They take that dry kombucha and they cover it. They wrap it so that it can stay alive in there, because the SCOBY over time it can die, but it takes a very long time. It can come and it can come back to life as soon as it's put into water. It's a really cool thing. But so that's how they process it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the exact process of how that happens. I know that it works. I know that we've been able to test it and see how it, but that Insta Kombu, they take real kombucha, slow dry it. There are kombuchas on the market that are not Insta Kombu. There are kombuchas on the market that are dry, but those aren't really, those are more kombucha flavors. It's where they've taken kombucha, they've done a fast spray dry of it that goes through heat and it kills the bacteria off. And that's the biggest difference with Insta Kombu, is you can get very real gut health.
I swear every time we do one of these, JJ, I feel like we're getting punked. I'm waiting for Ashton to show up and knock on my door and be like, haha, got you suckers. I can't believe people listen to this and go, oh my God, I'm going to buy this product.
Oh my God, they're so knowledgeable.
Oh my God, I'm going to sign up and make so much money and help so many people.
It's so sad. It's no, you're not. And they don't know what they're talking about.
It's wild.
Benefits from it.
Absolutely. I love that. For me, I've always tried to like kombucha. When it became a huge, everyone was having it, the stores, every grocery store, even Walmart, Target, they started carrying it. I tried so hard to like it. I would drink it and I just felt like I was honestly drinking vinegar with kind of what is it called? The caffeine. Yes. Yep. Yeah. So I would drink it and it would just burn all the way down, and then it hurt my stomach. Really, that for me, that was my experience with some, and I haven't tried all of them. I'm sure there's great ones out there for sure, and I know how good they are, and that's why I tried so hard to like it. But really, in our NCT powder, even though it does have the kombucha in it, you cannot taste it at all. It's so amazing. It's so good because you're still getting the benefits that you're getting for that probiotic for gut health without the disgusting fizzy taste in it. So that's so great. I am so excited about it. There's only one more thing. I would love it if you would just kind of go over, Nate, and then we'll kind of wrap up. We're actually going to do something at the end where you guys have chances to win prizes. So stay tuned. But the last thing I would love it if you...
They had to bribe people to get on this.
Yeah, I would have gotten on if I could win a prize.
Where's my prize? That's what I want to know.
I want to invite me to your live next time. I want to get on and win a prize.
We have questions.
Oh yeah, and I have questions. But
and we'll bring friends.
Q&A, or is it just you and him talking?
Right. We'll make sure that we bring friends that also have questions to help your engagement.
There we go. That's right.
You talk about is kind of the nootropics. What are nootropics and why are they good for your mind? Why are they good? Like, how do they help with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's a great question. Before I talk about nootropics, I do want to mention one thing.
Okay.
I'm really proud of the flavor that we've been able to create with this.
Oh, I feel like we need to pause and talk about this one. Found his degrees, Utah Valley University, bachelor's, English literature, and Westminster College, MBA, business administration. Literally no science there at all. But he's formulating products for this MLM company.
It's literally like the furthest away you can be from science.
Literally, yeah. That's wild. Well, that makes sense.
Peach mango, the watermelon, they're fantastic. The summer vibes flavor, it wasn't my favorite either. I know a lot of people don't like it. I don't mind it. It's not my favorite.
Summer vibes, like the Celsius flavor? Summer vibes?
Oh,
the peach ginger?
I bet it's like a peach ginger.
I bet you it is. That's very interesting.
Wow, y'all are so original.
We've never heard this before, ever.
Revolutionary.
Favorite, but I don't mind it. But the cool thing about all of them is these are sweetened with stevia. There's no added sugar. There's no extra. It's not sucralose or aspartame or ACE. Like it's a very natural sweetener. And what we've been able to...
What's the sweetener?
Don't shit on my aspartame. I know it's not the best, but it tastes damn good. Right here.
We love that.
I prefer it over your poop powder. Thank you.
Accomplished with that. A lot of people forget that, wow, this is stevia that's sweetening this, which is really cool.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, Nate, because a lot of people, I know that there are people out there who are trying so hard to be more health conscious about like things like aspartame, because we all know that that's like in all diet sodas and it's so bad for you, and yet it tastes so good. Sometimes it's hard not to drink. So I am really happy as a company owner to be able to provide a product that is flavored naturally, that tastes like it's flavored with just sugar. And that it is so good for you, because even Nate was kind of mentioning, but it's actually vegetarian.
I don't know why this is so funny, but this comment, nobody gets that excited over stevia. It's true. Like, it's fine. Stevia's fine, but like, it's not one of those things you get pumped as hell for. Stevia. No. So funny.
Gluten-free and dairy-free. So that's something that's so great about our products is you're not getting that extra, the sugars, you're not getting any of that. It's sweetened naturally. Exactly like Nate said, it's actually flavored with natural flavors. The watermelon was taken exactly from a watermelon to create the flavor. And trust me, if you love summer watermelons, you are going to...
If they have to say trust me, I immediately do not trust them. Trust me, this is amazing. Really? Okay, so you hold a position at the corporate office and I'm supposed to trust you that this product is amazing because you work for the company. Like, it would carry more weight if it was an unbiased review. I just did this video on it's a Velovita gal, and she was talking about their EMF whatever device that they wear, and it's the deception in the marketing. So like she wasn't disclosing, except for she had her link in the video description, but during the video she was acting like she was giving an honest review, and I think she even said that I'm giving an honest review on this. Oh yeah, instantly I feel calm. But she's not disclosing, hey, I make a commission when I sell this product. Yikes. I feel like this is the same kind of thing. Trust us. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's worth every penny. Well, we don't trust you because you work for the company.
Yeah, it's so funny when they talk about natural products, because this always pops up. Arsenic is natural. Uranium is natural.
Right.
Like, natural products aren't always the best option. Like there was arsenic in makeup forever. There was arsenic in wall paint. It killed people. Like this. If you leave your poop and your stuff in the toilet too long, methane gas will I was watching an old timey video, and like back when they had toilets, I do this thing on YouTube. If you don't know me, I don't really watch anti-mom content much. I do sometimes, but I usually watch like history content because I'm a nerd.
I love it.
I watch like old English history and like Irish and history and stuff. And they like when they first started making toilets that flush, or toilets in general, like when they had toilets and it didn't necessarily flush, like their poop would stay in there for a long time, you know, and their like urine and stuff, and it would create like methane gas because it would be in there for so long. And the methane gas with I forgot what it was. It was with a mixture of something that was also another type of gas, I guess, would create a really horrible gas that you would breathe in and could kill you. It was just wild.
Oh my God. Flush the toilet, you dirty, dirty birds.
Listen, it was so crazy.
That's wild.
Like, holy moly. But I mean, that doesn't really happen much nowadays. Like that was more, I was in like the 1800s. But anyway, I know random facts about lots of kings and queens from the past.
Tell us more. I'm waiting. I'm like, tell us something.
Have you heard of the Habsburgs or Habsburgs? They were a long line of kings and queens, and they would only marry their like first cousins, second cousins, brothers, sisters, a lot of incest, right? And so what happened is they started like having obviously like physical, emotional, and mental issues from all of the gene mutation that was going on because of the incest. And so they started having this signature jaw. It's called the Habsburg's jaw, and it like protrudes forward, and their teeth protrude forward. I can show you a picture if you want.
Oh my God. Yeah, show us.
Okay.
You guys want to see it? I want to see it.
It's just really like simple. Okay. This is what it looked like. It's super quick. And I know some of you are saying you watch some content. It's so awesome. So the Habsburg jaw, this is like what it started to look like. It would protrude forward. I'll show you a better picture. Like right here, this person is always used where the jaw is so long and it's protruding forward. The bottom lip, it's like a pout. They have like a pout, and their teeth, they have an underbite. It's all sorts of wild stuff.
Wow. I didn't know.
What are my favorite channels? Maybe I'll do a live about it and just go through a lot of them.
You should.
Okay, I will eventually. But anyway, we keep going. Sorry. It's so fun.
No, that's interesting.
The watermelon.
Yeah.
Nate said,
okay, we can keep going.
it's his favorite. I won't lie, it's my favorite too. I love to drink the watermelon in the morning. And then if I'm feeling like I need something sugary or like I'm feeling a little bit of a sugar craving, I actually will split a peach mango with Ricky because it's so smooth and it's such a powerful flavor that for me, it breaks up that needing like sugar. So I only drink.
If y'all ever get super bored because of like what the Huns are saying and like it's like this, and you ever want some fun, just say, Julie Joe, we need a history lesson. And then I'll like do like a 2-minute history lesson. Does that sound good?
I love that so much.
Okay, cool.
Half of one, even though I would drink it all day long if I could. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and talk about the nootropics.
One thing you should try next time, a little of the peach mango in your oatmeal in the morning. It's so good.
Ooh,
It's so
I
good.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that idea because I love the peaches. I think it's peaches and cream oatmeal.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like that. Now you don't want to use a whole packet. That's a little bit too much, but
Yeah.
it's delicious. I had it the other day. It's fantastic in my
I'm looking for the
nootropics.
Q&A.
So nootropics are a new category of supplements that have popped up in probably the last 15 years or so.
Right.
And by definition, nootropics basically mean like a mind booster or a mental supplement. Anything that really kind of gets your mind up and going. So things like caffeine can technically fall into the nootropic category because that is, even though.
Okay, this is good. Just say hit us with actual facts, JJ, and then I'll hit you with an actual fact.
I love that.
Okay, I like that, Katya. Good one.
Caffeine is essentially just a stimulant, because that wakes your brain up and gets your brain going. That you can look at it as a nootropic. For the past probably 7 or 8 years, maybe as far as 10, people have really tried to find as close to a natural version of Adderall as you can get. Adderall, in my opinion, is like meth light. There's a phenomenal use for it for people that need that.
Did he just call it meth light? Did he just say METH light?
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
He just said that and then put the word light after it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like, hearing something.
Nope. I think we all heard it.
All right. Okay. All right.
Hey.
Let's keep listening.
But it's not for everybody, and it has a tendency to be very addictive, right?
Right.
So the nootropic category has really been spurred by people trying to find good alternatives to that. And I've spent a lot of time over the past 5, 6, 7 years really dealing with hundreds of different.
The laugh that just came out of my mouth, Charlene. That's methed up.
That's messed
That's
up.
so funny.
Oh my God.
Just individual products, but combinations of them to find a really good mix of how do I get my brain to turn on and run in a very natural and healthy way, and then also be able to turn off at the end of the day if I don't want to have to stay up all night.
For sure.
Right? And that's one of the things that I've found works so well. And we were talking about this a little bit earlier with the ketone salts, the BHB salts, and the MCT oil. When you take MCT oil and you put pretty specific nootropics in there, caffeine does a little bit with, but not that much. Huperzine, Bacopa are some of my favorites that work very well with.
This could have been an email.
With MCT oil. There are some other more chemical things in the phenylalanine category, family of things. But from a very simple and effective standpoint, a little bit of caffeine with some Huperzine A, some Huperzine A. It's phenomenal how the MCT oil will carry the Huperzine A into your brain and it just lights it up.
I love that.
One of the things that most people notice when they try the NCT powder is within a few minutes of taking it, within probably 5 minutes or so, their brain feels like it's just turned on, right?
Yes.
Not like it was completely turned off, but it's just like it's turned up to 11.
Like you're awake.
Feel it. Yeah. And you're like, all right, cool, let's do this. And it's not like a jittery, like, oh, I got to do something about this. It's like, all right, cool. I'm excited. If this was college, I'd be like, this is exactly what I would take before I went in to take an exam. This is the thing that makes sure all that the receptors in my brain are firing and connecting at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Longest live ever. Actually, not this live, the video. You guys know what I'm saying. This video that we're reacting to, I feel like it's taking 28 days to get through. Yikes.
Absolutely. I love that. That's why sometimes
I'm glad you agree with me.
like I'll take my capsules in the morning. Backing up just a tiny bit, Nate said something about being able to turn your brain on and then being able to turn it off at night. It's so crazy how many people's testimonies consist of, hey, not only did it give me crazy energy all day, but as soon as I went to bed, I went to bed.
Yes.
And it totally just.
Oh, it's one of those things where it calms you, but gives you energy at the same time and also helps you sleep.
Element?
Does it do the dishes too? Because I hate doing the dishes.
I would pay $159 if it did the dishes.
This is so crazy.
Like I slept the entire night, which is like, honestly, you guys, you think like, well, but everyone sleeps, but not everyone sleeps well.
Yeah.
At nighttime. I mean, we're distracted by our phones, by the television, by the news.
I feel like we've been talking about sleep. I talked about this in the video that's coming out on Halloween, you guys. However, JJ and I have been talking a lot about sleep. I've been sleeping amazing this week, and it's because, and it sounds a little crazy, I found it on TikTok, tart cherry juice before you go to bed. That's what I've been drinking. If you're a melatonin person and you're able to take melatonin, pair it with some melatonin. I've been sleeping incredible. It's how I've been able to get to the gym 5 times this week because I'm sleeping better. You don't need an MLM product to do any of that. By the way, if an MLM company comes out and strictly sells melatonin, I'm going to riot. I know they probably already have melatonin, but oh God.
I always call it like mom anxiety when you're laying in bed and you're trying to go to bed and you're like, did I turn off the stove? Did I do the laundry? Crap, is the car locked? It's like the checklist in your mind that you're going over that I know that so many moms, and I'm sure dads do it too, but like, I know for sure for me at nighttime is when my checklist starts to turn on, and it's so annoying because I'm trying to relax, but it's making me feel anxious. But so many people, especially with the capsules, they're like, man, I took it and then I went right to bed after and I stayed asleep and I slept amazing. So first of all, I'm really glad that you brought that up. The second thing is that's why I think it's so important. It's so vital to take, your NCT powder 30 minutes after maybe you've had your capsules, so that you can really wake up your brain. So you're like, okay, now it's time to get the kids to school. Now it's time to finish my checklist. Now it's time to do these things, because Nate's absolutely right. I know the MCT oil definitely plays a huge role in getting the nutrition to your brain. I mean, just this is a silly example, but I remember when my son was younger and he was a baby and he stopped drinking milk. He wouldn't drink the whole fat milk anymore. And he was almost 2. So I asked the doctor when we went in, I was like, he won't drink it. He won't drink any type of milk. He is drinking almond milk, but he doesn't like dairy milk. And because I didn't know. So I asked him, I was like, why is that important? And the doctor was like, well, he needs that fat to feed his brain. So as long as he's getting a high dose of fat somewhere else, it's okay that he doesn't drink milk. That's just the easiest way for kids to get the fats into their minds. And probably just the most convenient, fastest way. I'm not saying it's the healthiest way or anything like that. I'm not a doctor. But ever since that moment, I've always thought, I'm pretty sure if kids, it's very vital for brain growth and development to have fats. It's probably even more important for an adult to get some type of fat that's like that you're purposely taking every single day just for your brain. That doesn't have, other things included, like if you're eating like a burger or, you know what I mean? Or like a milkshake or what that has, whole fat milk or whatnot. But like taking a supplement that has that fat that's specifically for your brain, I believe is so powerful. So Nate, I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking time all the time. Nate always answers all of our questions. He goes above and beyond for our company. We absolutely love having Nate a part of our team here at Northstar. So Nate, I just wanted to thank you so much from the bottom of all of our hearts here at Northstar. Thank you for.
I'm done with that.
Bye. See you later.
I'm done with that. Ooh. That was a lot. By the way, this lipstick held up with the pizza.
It looks great.
Thank you. You look great. How are you guys doing? You guys good? That was a lot.
It's a lot of nothing.
Whole
What
lot
was
of
that
nothing.
big old nothing burger
Whole lot of that could have been an email. Thank you.
with a whole side of nothing fries.
Oh,
A
yikes.
Route 44 nothing Coke.
Oh,
What's an Iris? Iris, did you open the door?
look at you, Iris.
She does that. She's
like, let me in.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Lime Life Huns are shaking from the NYX lipstick holding. They sure are. Actually, it's probably the pharmacy people. Oh.
No. Oh, well, I mean, we did finish that video. But we're just chit-chatting. I want to make
Somebody said on Twitch, almost wish I'd voted to watch Ray instead.
Oh, God. I have so much Ray coverage coming.
I love it.
So excited. Dude, he's been wild lately.
He's been real wild lately. I don't think he's well. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not stating that as a fact. Wait, did I just disassociate? What happened? Exactly. Same. Woof.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Do you want another history fact?
Yeah. Hit us with it.
So, are you okay if I talk about a serial killer queen?
I am. Are you guys okay?
It's just like some of the queens, and kings were like, could get away with everything. So there was one who there was quite a few that were serial killers, but there was one in particular that was, and she like had a witch, like quote unquote witch. I don't know if they were actually a witch. And this person would like take girls and just slaughter them for fun. But so first off, it would just be like the not noble people, just like, low class. And so no one could like get her for it. And then it became upper class nobles. And then those parents were like, wait, where's our children? And then they finally got her.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'll tell you her name.
I pardon myself.
It's Queen Elizabeth Bathory. She's called the Blood Countess. She was a Hungarian countess.
Somebody said that. Somebody said that last name.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, it's Finn. It's a Finn.
Finn.
Come in a little more.
And Luna.
I don't think she wants me to take her, but I will. Hi, my Finn. We have a Finn. Yeah, Bathory. Yeah.
No.
I didn't say too much about it. I just kind of gave the outline.
That's crazy. Well, I'm going to go have some more pizza, I think. I'm going to take this makeup off.
Sounds good. I'm going to probably film.
Yeah.
And then play video games.
I love that. That sounds like an incredible Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I ripped a new one in a Plexus HUD.
Oh, I can't wait to watch.
Talking about their breast check kit.
Breast check?
I literally ripped. I literally paused. I said, "You are a liar. You are lying." I straight up. I paused when I ended it. And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and I like proved it all wrong.
Love that.
Using the Truth in Advertising website.
Facts and data for the win every time.
It's all right. It's all right, y'all. I tear her a new one, and I'm not nice about it.
Lisa said you got to say why she was killing people.
For fun. She was a serial killer.
Ew.
Like straight up. There was I don't want to go into like why she was doing it, like the things that she was doing and for why. But she was just a serial killer. I mean, like Jeffrey Dahmer serial killer. Like she was like really bad.
Yikes. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far into it because I don't,
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are, so y'all can read it in the comments if you want, but I don't want to like go too far into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to learn more about it, you can just look them up. There's great YouTube videos about, I'm super weird about all the history stuff. I love watching like any kind of royal history and like all the wild stuff that went on. It's fun for me.
I love that for you.
Yes.
I love it. And then you get to share these cool facts with us.
Yes. I won't do so much serial killer ones, but that's just when I watched yesterday, and I was like, oh, I like, that's what happened last night. Yeah, it was Halloween one. It was like,
yes,
ooh.
We do love Halloween around here.
We do.
We do.
This was not supposed to be my costume, but it did become it last minute. Probably about 7:05.
I feel like probably at 7:05. I feel like the last minute Halloween costumes are usually the best.
Yours is pretty awesome. It's not last minute.
You know what I mean? Like just the stuff that like you throw together and you're like, oh, this is so fun. Like those are the cool. I don't know.
Katya, yes, I do like fictional shows from that time period. I've seen as many of them, I think, as you can. Not all of them. Like, whatever streaming services I have. Okay. Well, Luna's telling me to get off. Did you hear that?
She's getting loud.
Did you hear that? Luna?
Yep.
Ow! Listen. Luna. She'll talk to us a lot. Hold on. Luna, come here. Husky.
We love her.
Okay.
And Iris and Finn, of course.
Iris and Finn are laying on the bed.
They're being such good girls.
So I'll let y'all go.
Thanks for being here, you guys. If you haven't already liked everything, if you would do that on both of our channels, and make sure that you guys are subscribed, because like I said at the beginning, I've been hearing some things about people being unsubscribed or something. So just double check, make sure. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels and stuff. And happy Halloween. Does
Luna like tuna? She would. She likes everything. She likes poop, so I'm sure she'd like tuna.
Everything.
Yeah, y'all are awesome. If you could leave a like on both channels, subscribe to both channels, and I hope you have some candy if you can, or something that you enjoy. I hope you have a good night and you enjoy your evening, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Don't join an MLM.
Don't join an MLM, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.